And we're live. Sorry, it was 5 o'clock show starts at 5:12 today. Technical difficulties. Welcome back to another episode of Collaborate and Pull Together, a podcast where we highlight all things positive on and off the table. Today we have joining me again, Steve Fernandez of New Tristate Armwrestling. and I just wanted to go over like this last weekend's events, man. Whew. So much freaking talent under one roof. Big shout out to Lorraine Jenkins and Christopher Griffith and entire team Beast Mode arm wrestling down in Tennessee. You guys put on a great show. I know the numbers were not where you guys wanted them to be. Had they been that way, I probably would have done even worse off than I thought I could have. There was 17 pullers, one arm, 16 pullers the other arm, and each class was stacked. I think the most pullers there's 20 pullers in the 154s, right hand, and then I think left hand there's about 12 or 13 of them. Regardless, there were, where they fell short in some of the numbers, they made more than up for in caliber of pullers. The caliber was next level. Some of the best in the nation that was present. From 54 all the way up to 242 plus. There was just monsters everywhere from every corner of the United States.
I've seen a lot of people there, man. I seen Hunter Knox was there. Garrett Tupper I seen there too, and his dad Glenn too as well. I seen you were pulling there too. I seen a lot of the guys that top notch pullers really between, like you said, 154 to 176 were there. So a shout out to Lorray, and his whole team. A phenomenal job. Was Robert Kelly recording everything?
Robert Kelly was the man behind the scenes. He was the man behind the curtain.
I figured Robert Kelly did an amazing job with his recording crew, and absolutely phenomenal. Like I said, Rob, I know you're on right now listening and everything else. We'll definitely be seeing each other soon. I think it'll be in Florida. Yeah, shout out to Red Lightning Streaming, obviously owned by Robert Kelly. Phenomenal job. He's been doing a great job ever since he started. Even when I seen him in Florida over East vs. West 14 was unreal. He did absolutely great job with him and his whole team there. And again, another shout out to Lorraine Jenkins and his whole team. Really top-notch pullers all the way through, man. Honestly, everybody did a great job. So shout out to everybody. Congratulations on your wins. Congratulations for even getting called out to be there on that level. Robert Kelly's funny, man. Yeah, you know what it is? You say it, you and your brother. And I shout out to you and your brother. He's writing right now, and it's so funny because when I set everything up, it's usually, I put everything into it and I do as much as I can, you know what I mean? And it's usually just me and another person that puts the whole thing together, you know what I mean? But in general, great job.
I think he was saying, Steve, he was saying it's just him. He was the one who did for this show. There was no other cameraman. There was no other person. Lorray was on the mic with him. That was pretty much it. And interchangeable with other people that were on the mic with him. But Robert Kelly, I gotta tell you, he was the only man that was
he put
running
just
around.
Me, brother, not just my brother.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. Yeah. No, so I guess it was just him. So yeah, man, congratulations. Hats off for doing such a great job by yourself, dude.
One man army. He's cut from the same cloth as you are, Steve. Yeah. This man, he likes to see people like. You weren't there, Steve, but the next best thing, Robert Kelly was there. He was cheering me on from behind the screen. I don't know if anybody heard him screaming at me. I did. Heard him.
I heard the screams.
And he was one of the voices that I actually heard loud and clear. Big props to you, man. Appreciate you. Much love and appreciation. Can't wait to see you next weekend. We'll get to that in a little bit, though. But I wanted to say big shout out to Garrett Tupper for his epic win against Roman Romanov.
Oh yeah,
that was a big win, man. That was a big win, left-handed.
He beat Rome.
Yeah.
Oh wow, dude! I didn't get to see that. I got to see a lot of the matches, but I didn't get to see. Dude, bro.
It was intense.
I have Roman coming in for, dude. I had him actually. I didn't. Oh my god, dude! Did he really?
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't catch that. That was a great match. It was an
Wow,
epic
dude.
win on it. Like when I kid you not, like there was some shocking moments in there. Justin Bishop and Hunter going
This is like
left-handed as
Roman. We're
well.
talking about the 154 era's
Yes,
number one place
yes,
moment, right?
yes.
You know what? Now that I say it, I'd have to say
That was
that guy.
left-handed though. Left-handed, he beat him.
Oh, okay. Left-handed. Okay. All right. Right-handed is a different story. How do you do right-handed?
Garrett. I want to say I can't remember off the top of my head. Actually, give me a moment. Let me take a look at because in the beast mode, um, in the event page, they actually have everything, the entire first, second, third place. I'll read it off to
Index
you.
finger. That's Brian Parliament, right?
Yeah, it's Brian Parliament. Hey, what's up,
Shout
Brian?
out.
Yeah, we started
Shout
early
out,
today,
Brian.
man.
Shout out to you, man. Yeah, Brian's great, man. He's been doing great stuff too, man. This podcast is really good. His whole team, Zach. Yeah, man, they've been doing great stuff. And I just seen Dakota too, part of his team. He won great, man. He just had a match, and it was a great match. They were going back and forth. You know, he was trying to top roll him. The guy was giving some side pressure. It was a great match, but Dakota won. And yeah, hats off to Dakota, man.
Yeah, so if you check out the link right over here, guys, that's
Yeah.
going to be Through the Fingers podcast. Check them out. Brian Parliament, Dakota Shipman, and Zach Monroe. Those guys are really having fun
Also,
shows.
Zach too just had a match too. Congratulations to him, and he won too. Phenomenal match. He came in with his shoulder and went in with a press. He did a really good job. So congratulations to him.
So I don't think so right-handed, Garrett didn't place. We got first Cody Wood. Cody Wood came in strong. I gotta say he had an impressive. He beat everybody. I mean, he wasn't. I don't think he was undefeated. I'm not sure if he's undefeated, but he did beat everybody. I think he got first both. Both right and left. Cody Wood. So he's now he's up there. Yeah, he's the man to beat. He's the man to beat now.
Wow.
He's a monster.
What did Rome come in? I want to say right-handed.
What happened?
What did Roman Romanov, the guy that
right-handed, he got second place to Cody.
Oh,
that was a war. Yeah,
that's why I was trying to get Rome to go up against Chris Michaels for that's coming up, in February, but his wife is pregnant, so we're not sure exactly if he's having the kid around that time. So congratulations to Rome, for coming in second place. Congratulations to Cody Woods for first. Where's Cody Woods from?
Cody Woods, I want to say, I think he's from Georgia or Alabama. One of those. He's down in that area.
Well, if you beat Roman, then I would rather have Cody Woods go up against Chris Michaels.
Right. Well, he actually. So it's funny that we say that because the guy who I was talking to you about earlier, the guy who had the war with right-handed, Joe Rogers. Might as well put it out there. Joe Rogers, I want a match against you, man. I know he trains with Cody Wood.
No shit.
Yes, sir.
Well, you know what? If we can get them both up here, that'd be great. Get Cody Woods up here and Rogers. That'd be great, man. Rogers with right hand up against you, and then Cody Woods up against Chris Michaels.
There you go.
I think that'd be a great.
I know. I do know January 25th. I don't think Cody Wood would do it though, because January 25th, I think he has a match against Hellboy Matthias Schlott.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's got a matchup coming up at the Knuckles Up.
He's going to be on Knuckles Up.
Yeah, I think so. It's the most recent card, that most recent match that they announced.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's great.
For 176, we got Justin Bishop at first, right-handed. Josh Koenig from Ohio, second, and Colton Kimbrough at third, and Matthew Hamlin at fourth. Colton, I went up against him. I made the biggest mistake of my life by trying to go into a hook when I should have went for a top roll with him. It's just experience over me at that point. That's where
the other thing is, too, is it the first time you pulling him?
Yeah, it's my first time pulling him.
Okay, so then you've really never pulled him before. You don't know where he was going to go. You don't know if he was going to go top, or if he was going to go in a hook or.
I will say he had a wrist of fucking iron, man. That wrist was something else. He's built like built very tough. I know I thought I had a strong hand and wrist, and Steve, when I tell you, like, there's some of these younger guys they're coming up in the sport with like these strong hands and wrists, like Conrad, myself, this kid Colton. Oh boy, we got another person joining us tonight.
Well, what's up, Dan?
What's up, gentlemen?
What's going on?
Dan, we're
Not
just doing a
much.
little recap of the weekend.
Okay, yeah. I'd love to hear what happened with over at your end.
Yeah, no, it was as I said before, and I'll say it again, the highest level that I've seen in a long time. Unfortunately, it wasn't the same numbers as they were anticipating due to other events happening or whatever reasoning that was happening. It is what it is. But I will say the caliber of people that did show up, there were no slouches. Not one of them was an easy win. Not one of them, it was like a real quick match per se. It was the later matches that were quicker because some people had more stamina than others. Some people had more technical skill than others. But I really enjoyed the caliber of people. I will, just like with everybody else says, sometimes there's some questionable ref calls. To me, when that happens, that just tells me I need to get so much more convincingly stronger than my opponent so that there is no questions. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
I mean,
True.
I know I somebody called me up and said, "Hey, you got robbed. You got robbed." I'm like, you know what? No, I just wasn't strong enough to be that convincing that this ref could feel this way, whatever it may be. That's it, and that's my opinion. That is my new evolved mindset. I need to be that much stronger than each and every one of my opponents so I can convincingly bury them, and there is no room for doubt, no room for error in that department.
Well, you also had a super match the week and few days before that. So
yeah, that lesson learned there. I'm never taking a super match 10 days prior to an event of this caliber. Definitely never going to do that again. As much as I want it or eager to pull, when you have this type of, you're not sure who's coming and who's showing up. You got to be on your A game, and I definitely was not. No excuses there, though. I put my elbow down to the pad. I will be better prepared next time, and I will come with a better recipe.
yeah, but now you know what you bought, how far off and training. You learned everything. Nothing wasted. No, everything gained.
Absolutely.
Very true.
Couple other notable matches I just wanted to bring up from the weekend, and then we can jump into this upcoming weekend. We had Adam Wierzinski right-handed taking first. Artem Taranenko took third. Robbie Russell, took second. Robbie Russell took third, and Ole Mose took fourth. And the 198s was stacked. I think they had the same number of pullers right and left. Great fireworks show. It was an amazing, amazing experience to watch those guys. 220s. They had 11 entries, but Ryan Bull Bellinger was there. He smashed home the first. Then we had Landon Anderson at second and Quentin Marie at third. 242, James Faust, John Janik, and Anthony Lowe, respectively, first, second, third. And then for super heavies, Austin Jaggers actually did well, both arms, right and left. He got first place, and then Tim Brezis got second.
How many pullers?
And for that one, there was 9 entries. So, as
Light.
I noticed, it's a light turnout, unfortunately. But you know what? As I said before, the caliber of pullers, some of these guys are wicked fast, even for their size, man.
Definitely.
And so if you guys want to check out the rest of the match results, who got first, second, and third, go to the Great American Bash International Championship Invitational on Facebook. They have it listed down there.
Was Hunter Bratton on 154?
No, I didn't see him there. I don't think I saw.
Didn't Hunter Bratton pulled Sam, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Hunter was the one of both
154s.
I didn't see. He may have been there, but I didn't hear his name.
I wonder if Garrett pulled him.
but I did see Dan Groslak, the guy who was supposed to pull up eight with Aiden. He felt strong, man. But this is after the after pull. I don't have the same stamina in the after pull right after, especially after the wars that I went through. He felt stronger than me at that point, and I was like, if I was facing him, I don't know if I would have had what it took to beat him.
Yeah. What was he
right
at?
Or
was he
left?
176 or 198?
Yeah. He made 176.
Wow. He really did come down a lot, huh?
Yeah, no, he's a tall, slender guy. He's a tall, slender dude. He's very, very, very strong wrist, strong back pressure. He's a very similar style, but he's got a long lever.
No shit.
But yeah, no, the matches, some of the names that I've seen there, I've seen them in other local events. It was nice to see some people that I hadn't seen before. I got to connect with Adam Wierzinski. He and I had been talking about the resistance rotation device that I have, the complete upper body bar that rotates under resistance with pronation and supination.
Yeah,
he's been using that a lot lately, and it shows his internal rotation was even stronger than I ever seen it before. Like the way he was beating Artem, the way he was beating everybody in the class was very impressive. So I definitely going to put in some more work on that with that device.
Adam's a beast, though.
Adam is a real beast. He absolutely is.
How are the super heavies out there, Dan?
The super heavies were intense. There was only 9 of them that showed up on right, and then 6 on left. So it wasn't the deepest of classes, but the talent was up there. Definitely.
And their super heavy was 242 plus or less than that?
Yeah.
What weight class you in, Dustin?
Dustin's in my weight class, I think.
So what's he saying, Danielle? Come to my weight.
Oh no, he's lighter. I think he's a 154 guy. Dustin, I ain't going back to 154 anytime soon. I'm struggling to keep at 176.
Dan 176 is good. Dan, if anything, should go up to the 195ers if it's my opinion.
Yeah, no.
Let me dominate. It's gonna be some years before I can actually dominate my class. I want to dominate 176s.
Yeah, I was gonna say Dan's still got a little bit to go, and he's still got to run.
I'd rather see him. I'd rather see him. I do not want to see him cut because he's at a good weight right now. But if anything, to put on the weight. That's all.
Yeah,
it's a size.
I just got to slim down a little bit. I would say I want to be at that like 173, and then pack on another 3 pounds of muscle, and I'll be good to go.
Yeah, no, I'd say chill at 176, get more solid. Yep. You know what I mean? That's really what you
get more solid, get straight. And that's one of the things I'm working on. One of the lessons that I learned, and Dan's working closely with me and helping me get more strict with my regimen of working out. There's only so much that doing table time can do. There's only so much of a level that table time has gotten me. And, I think I hit my head against that ceiling all year this year. So now I'm incorporating a lot more structured workouts. I'm doing, actual lift days, incorporating with my pull days. I'm doing more cardio. So I'm actually putting a little bit more emphasis on different conditionings that I hadn't previously done. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well with just doing table time, but not well enough to catapult me to the next level. So I'm willing to try something new and, add something different to the regimen to see where it goes. Just to, it couldn't hurt, right?
No, man, that's what I'm saying. And anyways, you've seen where you are just going up against these guys. So you know where you need to be now. You know what I mean? You know what you have to do. You know what I mean? So it's you didn't go to a regular tournament. Let's just say that much. You know what I mean? So
shit, no.
It's definitely not a backyard tournament in any way or form.
So you know what I mean?
Paul Cruz in the chat. What's up, Paul? How's it going, man?
Paul?
Looking forward to seeing you this weekend. I think he's going to take it home on the Contender Series this weekend.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't see anybody.
I don't see anybody giving him a hard time.
The Bull.
friggin' hand is so
What's up, Ryan?
friggin' big.
I remember seeing him in Florida. He fucking kicked ass in Florida, man. Great show and great job too, man, on the fucking last one you had, dude. Great job, Ryan.
So let's talk a little bit about this, Steve. What do you know
Well,
about
Steve, are
this
you going?
upcoming
Are you going, Steve? What's your deal?
What kind of question is that?
Yeah, well, listen. You were in friggin' Mexico not even a week ago. Who knows? You might be in Belize. I don't know.
Let me tell you something. I almost flew the last day of Mexico to Tennessee so I can be there and watch fucking Dan compete. So I was close. I was close.
I hear you.
If you showed up, I would have probably done better, man. God
Mm.
damn it.
He's a good luck charm.
You would have heard me. That's for damn sure. You would have heard me. I would have been bitching at the refs and I would have been screaming my ass off. So you know that.
All right, so that answers that question. But you're going for the tournament or no?
Yeah, I was supposed to ref at the tournament Friday, and they got their own refs. And I know a couple of refs are going to be there, but they're certified to be up refs and stuff. So, which I completely understand. I'm a down ref. You know what I mean? I'm not, certified enough to be an up ref. So I completely understand that. And but I'm going to the tournament Friday, so I'll be there Friday, and then staying there till Saturday to watch King of the Table.
Hell yeah! All right, cool. So we're gonna have another good weekend.
Yeah.
I know the boys from Beast Mode are gonna be there, so we're gonna have a lot of people, a lot of eyes on this event, a lot of people from your events that'll be there. So it's even better.
Who's this guy? When he was in the 80 colonel, it might be strength, but it gives you Mystery Man. Who's Mystery Man?
I have no idea.
That's why everybody stopped, because they're reading what he wrote.
Yeah, exactly. We're like, wait, what? He's super long.
See, I don't have the chat, so
it's all good, man. So pretty much, somebody said that they heard in an interview where Al Muratov said that he strict curled 90 kg when he was 80 kg. It might be hard to emulate such strength, but it gives you the idea of the strength at the 80 kg world level. So
that's ridiculous.
That is pretty ridiculous. That's a lot right there. Wow, that is a lot of weight to be curling. But strict curling, that way, that's just two arms, son. That's just not one arm. It's two arms.
Strict curl. Yeah, strict curls too. Yep.
No, that's a lot, bro. That's not fucking lightweight right there, man.
That's still like this. You're still talking on what? That's 160. 90 is 180. It's 180 pounds, isn't it?
180 pounds. You're strict curling.
Yeah, that's a lot straight curling. So think about it. That's 2 plates on each side is 9. That's 2 plates on each side.
That's 2 plates on each side.
That's insanity. So
that's a lot.
Dan.
Yeah, dude, I don't think I can even bench that, bro.
Dan, at the gym, let's go ahead and get me started on doing some straight curls because I need to add that to it.
I mean, you saw me pick up the 100-pounders, all right? People didn't think I could do that. So let's go. Yeah. I'll get you strict curling. Let's do it.
It's different, bro. And you know what it is? You got to gain a little bit more strength, but in general, it's just you got to make sure you can transfer it over on the table too. Because some guys have that natural strength, which is good. It's always good to have that natural strength to be able to do that. It's just that some guys don't know how to transfer over to the table with that same type of strength. They don't know how to manipulate. Number one, you need to have that wrist and hand. You know what I mean? That's so more on, if you're not used to that, then, it's going to be a different ball game. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how much, but
that's true. I mean, I have the strength and it doesn't matter. I don't have my, the wrist. It's crazy. Even no matter how big and strong you are. Yes, you get stronger, but it's knowing how to use it. Yes. Just like you explained it, it's how you put it onto the table. It's amazing. Yeah. It really is.
Yeah, it really is. I've seen guys, man, that are so fucking skinny, man. And I was, let's just take Zach Monroe for instance, right? Zach does not look like a big guy, all right? And he went up against Garrett Tupper. Garrett Tupper is an absolutely shredded fucking beast, okay?
Yes, he is.
And, when they're on the table, you wouldn't believe how much, and don't get me wrong, Garrett, did what he needed to do. But in general, Zach is an absolute fucking monster on the table. He is so fucking fast, dude, and he's got a hand. So he knows how to manipulate, his strength more than other people do, and he has to know because he's a lighter guy. You know what I mean? So it's when you see guys like that, you know what I mean, it's really what makes you think like, do I need to really be that big on a bigger level, on a higher level? Yes, you definitely need to be that big on this, lower standard tournament, super match here and there. I guess not, but eventually you're going to need that strength to get up there. That's just what it is.
Well, that's how I feel. I feel I have the strength, but I still need to learn how to put it all onto the table, and that's half the battle.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You have
that time. That does come with time.
Yeah, you have that brute strength that you're able to use, but not able to use it 100% because you don't know exactly how to use it 100%. You know what I mean? So it takes away a little bit from you because, it's if you did know what you will know eventually, like Dan said, it's with time. It's always with time.
Then without a doubt.
Always with time.
You'll get used to those. You know what I mean? Like my right, like when I pull with my left, it's like night and day, and I think I'm stronger with my right. And then every single time I pull somebody with my left, they're like, dude, your left hand is not anywhere near what your fucking right is. Like I'll pull guys that are 220, like what's his name? That used to be in the same team with you guys. I forgot his fucking name. And he doesn't really train with his left, but he's also 240 pounds, let's just say, When I'm pulling with my right, me and him are sitting in the middle. I'm in the strap and I'm fucking giving everything. When I'm in my left, I'll eat him with my left over and over and over again. Yeah. It's like night and day. So that just shows me, how much, and people tell me how much different of a connection I have with my right and how much, because I top roll with my left and I go inside with my right or I
my press.
Right. Yeah. All day. You know what I mean? So, and I don't even, same thing. If I'm pulling straight like that and I don't press, and I give you my hand, I'll still I don't give a shit. I'll fucking straight side pressure that bitch. You know what I mean? I'll give you a hand. I don't give a fuck. I'll straight side pressure with that shit cut. I don't give a fuck.
Well, are you a flop wrist also or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
It's comfortable for me. I don't give a shit. It's comfortable for me. I'll sit there all day. I'll let my hand touch
see how your wrist goes like that, Steve? Steve, you see how your wrist goes like that? My wrist don't go like that. Yeah. We established this yesterday. My wrist, it can't bend. It doesn't go. I don't have that flexibility,
like that, man. And I'll fucking press down.
Jealous.
I don't give a shit. I'll chop down.
Jealous of that shit. So real quick, I just want to shout out Ryan Bull Bellinger. I didn't get a chance to say hi to you in person. I was down there with you. But I saw your performance, man. Great work, man.
Yeah, the Bull is the man. I seen him in Florida, and probably one of the biggest matches that he had. I mean, I'd have to say probably the biggest match that he had, and he pulled out a great match, man. He did a great job. You know what I mean? So yeah, I got to meet him, shake his hand, talk to him for a little bit. So he was a really great guy, man. Really, really good guy.
So after the
that guys
this weekend. We got the actual king of the table. Talk about a hell of a fireworks show we got coming our way, guys, in Atlantic City.
Yeah,
who do you think is going to take the match of the night?
Match of the night?
Yeah, who's going to take the match of the night, Steve?
Come on now.
I'm going to be honest with you, dude. I want Levon and fucking Terry to fucking have match of the night, dude, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. Either him or
because I want to see what's going to happen if he's going to go in. I know he's going to go straight flop press, but I want to see if he's going to be able to hold him and if Levon's going to crack him back. I want to see what's going to happen there. You know what I mean? So, I'm a straight flop wrist presser. So I want Jerry to kick his fucking ass, dude, so bad. I want Jerry to win so bad. You know what I mean?
So bad. He will be the biggest tribute to all flop wrist pressing. You better watch out. Everybody who's new, please safely learn how to safely practice the flop wrist press. Because I know after this weekend, we're going to see a lot of dudes trying it. A lot of dudes are going to try it. And we're going to be hearing about a lot of aches and pains at practices weeks coming afterwards. So please be safe. Please be safe.
Yeah, I was going to say some guys don't know how. And just stay inside your shoulder. You know what I mean? Don't. You've seen me, man. I'd rather have my hand is always touched. I'll literally be like this. My hand will be like all the way back behind my shoulder, touch the back of my fucking before it even gets outside. You know that.
You'll be scratching your shoulder blade
I'll
before you.
scratch the back of my exactly, but it'll still be in front of me. It'll still be in front of me. You know what I mean? So that's what you have to do.
You got those long ass hands, man, for that wrist.
Yeah, I got it. I got to be able to. See, even if it goes back, I got to be able. You know, it's not my fault. You know? So,
I got this little stub nub going on here, man. That I got no range of motion. It's like burp, hard stop.
yeah, I hope Jerry wins, man. I hope he. I hope he has. I know he's got the speed, so I hope he just straight from the press. He just right through him. That's what I want to see. Is see if he blasts right through him. That's what he's got to do. Really.
I'm hopeful. I do think he. I mean, listen, Hermes showed us that there is a pathway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a pathway that Jerry's very proficient in. We all know this. Can Jerry replicate this in a fashion that shuts down Levon, all of his power, all of his strength, and does not allow for him to access any of it?
But he was also Hermes when he went up against Levon. Also, did not go straight in for a press. He went straight in for a top roll. He held him. He battled him for a little bit, and then he turned into that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was more of a battle first before he even pressed him. So that's what I want to see too. Is he going to really try to exhaust him first? Is he going to be able to exhaust him first, or is he going to straight go in for that press and see if he can get it? You know what I mean? I think Jerry's going to be able to hold him and gas him out. I don't think Levon's going to be able to hold him that whole time like that. If it's going to be one or the other. I don't think he's going to – I think he's going to either blow right through him or Levon's going to literally, as soon as he presses, he's going to top roll him, open him up like a can, and, you know, so we'll see what happens. But I want Jerry to win.
I definitely do too. Now, another one that I want to see win, and I think it's going to be a really good match, is Paul Lynn.
Yes.
And Krasimir. I think that's going to be an epic battle. Because Krasimir's got the spot that
it's very
stickier,
very sticky,
so sticky that I've seen super heavies struggle with it. Yeah, and he just sits there patiently, waits for them to burn out, and then he holds. You know what I mean? Until time grows into the beard.
He bleeds people out. You know what I mean? It's what he does. I want to see if Paul's going to be able to go through him. You know what I mean? To be able, I think Paul will be able to. I want Paul to beat him so bad.
I do too. It's my boy. It's Paul. That's that boy from the Northeast.
Yeah, man. Right? That's our boy, man. He's got to win.
He's got to win. There is no other options for him.
Yeah, he's got to win. But that's going to be one hell of a match too, man. That really is going to be a really good match.
I am also partial to seeing the that preliminary match with Kevin Palco and Joe.
That's not. I don't think that's a prelim. I think that's just on the regular card now.
It's on the regular card now.
Because all the prelims are the semis and the finals to the tournament.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I think Kevin Palco is going to win.
I think so too.
I think so. Getting better and better every single fucking time, dude. So he's a hell of a beast too.
I think.
Yeah, he was actually he just, not to interrupt. He just did you see him training? He went to train on that side pressure machine and a cupping machine made by somebody else out in Arizona.
Combat Arms.
Yes, Arm Combat. Yeah.
Or Arm Combat. Yeah.
So what did he do? Side pressure.
He made this guy created a side pressure lever machine.
He was able to
and he did a whole workout on it, stating before his match and bop.
Okay, I'd want to know what he was doing for side pressure. That'd be good.
Well, it was give it about 2 weeks and then I'll have to have you come down. But it's basically a lever, and it's just training
machine at my store. I know, I got one.
Oh, okay, you got one. Oh.
That's why I just wanted to know what he was pulling for side pressure, how much he was pulling the side pressure.
Oh, I didn't look at the weight. Yeah.
Oh,
you have a machine up there? Look at you go, killer.
Yeah, that's why I was able to hold.
You got a monster machine.
Yeah, that's why I was able to hold what's his name, fucking hold him right there and just creak a little bit there. I didn't fuck about my hand. I was just creaking right there and you to hold him because I hold a shitload of weight right there in side pressure. So I was just sitting there. You know what I mean?
Now,
For
did you?
anybody
Hey, not to.
who wants to look at the event this weekend, if you can't make it there in person, check out this link because this link will bring you to the pay-per-view as well. Purchase them, man. I'm sorry, I just want to make sure everyone on the chat knew that this was, that's what that link was for.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
purchase
sorry.
pay-per-view if you can't make it because that event is going to be historical.
Once in a life, yeah, very, very once in a lifetime event.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So if you're looking to go to a great event,
I mean, a lot of the guys are flying into Jersey now, today, tomorrow.
Yeah, they're all
LeVon and
starting
his
to come out.
guys. Yeah, LeVon and his guys just made it today, so they're there.
I think
Eddie
Eddie
Hall.
Hall was already on his way, or he was here earlier this week.
With Tim or whatever, and all of them. Yeah.
And then who do we else? What other matches we got?
Corey
West versus
and
Tobias.
Eddie are actually really good friends.
What happened?
Eddie Hall and Brian.
Oh yeah, they're like brothers, bro. I've been following them for years because of the powerlifting.
All the time. They're hysterical.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why. I mean, they started the YouTube, and it was as a joke, and next thing you know, everybody loved it, and they just, that's what happens. Now they're making money as influencers. They don't need to do anything except make their name even bigger.
Brian was a 4 or 5 time world strongman.
4-time world strongest man, and Eddie Hall was 2.
Yeah. I used to watch it before they were involved when Samuel Agassiz, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Ulf Samuelson, Magnus Pudanowski, all of those guys. Oh, that's the OG, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's old school, when they were lifting without any rules. You know what I mean? There was
it was just, you want to lift the bus? All right, we're going to pull we're just going to pull 2 buses at once type of deal.
It was different back then, man. They were, they were literally going at it. Like they had the log push. So they used to put the log in between both of them and pretty much push the log up, and you have to push them out of a circle. So if whoever pushes each other out of a circle, it was brute strength back then. It was sick.
Insane brute strength.
That was the friggin' Viking mountain men shit back then.
Yeah, it was different.
So who do you think takes it? Eddie Hall versus Brian?
Brian's gonna fucking run through him, bro.
I think so too. I think
the
only
thing they're saying that Eddie.
He's the size of LeVon, dude. He's the size, and he's the strength, the amount of strength that he can actually transfer from what Devin said on the table already is
unreal.
You're 6'8", 420 pounds. I mean, that's a big motherfucker. Excuse my language.
That's all right. Now here's the thing that I think is gonna be even more exciting than the actual event itself. In the after poll, we're gonna see Brian Shaw versus LeVon.
Without a doubt.
Man,
are we?
I think so. I think you're going to see Brian Shaw versus everybody.
I don't see how not. I mean, I don't see how they're not going to, how they wouldn't, strap up to see exactly what's going to go on. You know what I mean?
And if he wins, it's just they're gonna want to blast him and and make it Brian Shaw won. Who's he gonna face next?
Well, to be honest, let's just put that out there. He hasn't gone up against anybody, and after he goes up against Eddie, that doesn't mean shit either. Because
he has who's he going to face next? That's all, and then that'll be his true.
That's what I'm saying. Let's just to be on the same page. He actually has to go up against at least, I would say, Leonidas. You know what I mean? Someone like that. The reason being is because Leonidas is new into the sport. He isn't upcoming. He's been doing it for what? Well, how long has he been doing it for? 2-3 years, maybe, Leonidas?
2020 with Larry Wheels. So 4 years.
Okay.
3 4.
Yeah, 3 years, let's just say. You know what I mean? But in general, Leonidas does not have the strength that Brian has, but Leonidas does have the strength in other ways on the table that I think Brian has not reached yet. You know what I mean? But
he's got a little more technique under his belt.
Right. Of course he does. You know what I mean? So I think let's see if actual brute strength and sub technique can beat a little bit of technique and obviously some strength, because Leonidas ain't no fucking chump. He's a very competitor. He just went up against John Brzenk, and John Brzenk was able to win up against him, but Leonidas is beaten, really good guys. You know what I mean? So
really strong.
And he's
dudes,
only
yeah.
25 years old.
young guy, young competitor. I would like to see maybe something like that happen. That wouldn't be a bad. That wouldn't be a bad thing. You know.
Definitely. So we got Jeffrey Toll in the chat. How come everybody's so secretive of the way they train? He said that's kind of garbage. As a fan looking at everyone looking at arm wrestling, it would be nice to see how they train. There's quite a few people who do share their training. It's just got to know where to look, man. You gotta know where to look. You know, like, you'll see if my practices. You see me at the table.
Yeah.
Recently, like I said earlier, I was only doing most, like I would say 90% table time. And just
I
doing
train
blood
on
flow
bands,
work.
dude. I don't really have too much time to even go training anywhere, to tell you the truth. So the majority of the time I go to as many tournaments as I can, almost every weekend. If I can't, I'll stay on the table and I'll do bands. I'll use my side pressure machine. Pretty much, or I'll get my wrist and I'll start using 25 to 35 pounds and just curls my wrist to make your wrists, stronger. Anything you can do to make your hands stronger, my man, because that's really important. But if you're doing, to work out something specific, you know what I mean? Like my tricep, my bicep and my forearm, I'm doing, purposely because I want to press. So I need those three things to really be intact and my shoulders to be good to be able to do that. Some guys train specific things so they get stronger in that specific way. So that's what I would do,
and that's the most important thing and just be versatile with it. Be versatile with it and looking for I appreciate that. Thank you for tuning in. And that is something that you gotta keep searching for other channels. There are other channels out there. I like Coach Ray's channel, The Voice of Arm Wrestling, gives a lot of great intel on how to train and different techniques. A lot of which I agree with, some of which I don't. But I'm still very new, so I can't sit there and say, "Oh, I disagree with this wholeheartedly," and I have reasoning behind it, because I don't have that much expertise in that department. Whereas Coach Ray, he's got a lot more, so I learned from him. And Mindaugas Terrasitis is another one that I watch. So it's out there, man. You just gotta look for it. You gotta search for it, Jeff. You'll find it. I don't want to glaze over with a minimum concern the female matches that are coming up as well. We got Barbara versus Gabriella. That is going to be a match like nothing else. I mean, I know they've been at it before. Barbara, I think, has the most recent victory over Gabby. But I think Gabby's coming in hot. She's got something to prove.
I was just thinking of Nadia. That's the only thing I was thinking.
Nadia's way too small in comparison to those two, though.
No, I'm talking about the match that Nadia has.
The knuckles
she's
out.
Gotcha. Too. She's pulling too. I was just thinking because of the knuckles.
We'll talk about that next month. As we get closer to it.
She's actually Nadia's gonna be there watching the King of the Table too.
Awesome.
Yeah. Don't
worry, Nadia. You get your spotlight with us next week, okay? After the King of the Table. And then we got this is a match that I'm actually looking forward to. Sandra Setis versus Rustam Babayev. There's two reasons why I like this match. Rustam had a really good strong win against Paul Lynn. So he's a monster. He's been around for a while. He's arm wrestling royalties. His entire family's in arm wrestling. Sandris is an absolute beast. This guy's a machine himself. But Sandris has a match later next year in February against RVJ. And I'm wondering if the outcome of this one, if Rustin does well against Sanders, and then RVJ does well against Sanders, does RVJ go after Rustin?
Or does RVJ pull Paul?
Oh yeah, RVJ's got it. That's a match. They're best of buds though. Like I feel like they'll never like competitively pull because they're really good friends.
I don't know. They're eventually gonna have to.
I would love to see that match. That would be a match.
Be a really good match.
Oh my god, that would be a blockbuster in my opinion.
Yeah.
They might break off the Northeast from the United States if they pull though. That much power on the table at once.
That'd be great to watch.
Oh my God, yes. And then Dave Chafee, he's going back at it, going
Yeah.
against. I'm not too. I can't say I know much about his opponent. Can't say I know much about him. But we got also Lachlan Adair going up against Lars. That's gonna be a good match. Lars is a beast of an individual. I'm just going down the line of the matchups. We got Matt Mask versus Marcio Barboza.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be really good. I got my money on Matt though.
That's gonna be a typical classic top roll versus hook pressure. Because Matt Mask is gonna be shooting straight back. Marcio's gonna go straight side. So
Matt
we're gonna
is
see.
just been getting the guys that he's been even beating are just ridiculous. I don't even think and Barboza just came back. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
he only had, I think, one match and he lost it last. And nothing up against Barboza. He's an absolute phenomenal puller, but it's just from him coming back, you know. And I just don't.
Yeah, no,
I don't see
I actually think you know what I think is going to happen on that round.
what.
I hate to say it. I hate to say it, but I think Marcio is going to lose. He's going to lose on elbow fouls because he has a hard time keeping his elbow down to begin with, and
Yep.
he's going against somebody who has an insanely long lever.
You.
He's just going to get yanked up.
Yep.
I think he's just going to get yanked up. You know, Matt's going to lean back and get that height, and Marcio's going to have a hard time keeping him down.
Going to top roll the shit out of him.
Yep.
I hate to say it, but and look, Marcio Barboza is just getting back into this. You know, he's going up against these top-notch guys, which he's right along those guys. He just has to feel out to where. And I actually think he went down a little bit in weight, right? So just to be around there. So I don't think he's the same. So maybe he's at that different class. Maybe he can hold his strength into this new class and be able to, you know, keep up with these guys. You don't know yet. You know what I mean? So we'll see how he does. But because Marcio's an absolute beast, you know what I mean? He's beat the best of the best when he was in there, you know. So I don't I just don't see him winning. I just see Matt the way he's been on a tearing streak, and Matt Mask really just top rolling the shit out of him.
Well, I mean, I'm ready for all the fireworks show for this weekend. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna, you know, I'm excited as to the view that I'm gonna be getting with it. You know, I don't want to reveal too much, but I'm getting a really cool viewpoint of the entire event. So I'm excited for it. A big shout out again. I wanted to do a big shout out to the man who's going to be, I know, working the event. Robert Kelly. He's going to be helping out with the core sports and whatnot. You want your event to be live streamed in a very professional manner, and you know you want somebody who knows the pullers, somebody who knows the sport, somebody who knows the ins and outs of everything arm wrestling. This man, he's really been taken on by storm, like, and he just doesn't just do the live streaming. He will help out with brackets. He'll help out with announcing. He'll help out with photography. I mean, this man, he is literally his head is on a swivel. Steve, I think he rivals your energy by way of being in 5 different places at the same time. If you go to his website, I know he has the replays from this weekend's Great American Bash as well as Washington State's. So please tune in, check it out, support the man because he's going to help bring arm wrestling into a different limelight that it deserves to be. I think that we need more.
I think that he is actually. He just did. The reason being is because this is going to be on ESPN. So it being on ESPN,
the replay.
So this being on that channel is going to bring this to a new level. You know what I mean? That's what it needs to be. And that's where it needs to be, you know, and having him there and being part of that will show what it needs to be, and you know that it deserves its own channel. It deserves its own, you know, watchers and everything else like that. The reason being viewers, because it's millions of people that do this, and I mean, and once you get into it, you'll never get out. I mean, it's an addicting sport. Not only to just do it. If you're a promoter, if you're a sponsor, I'm all the way up in the sport, in and out of every single place that I can be. And let me tell you something, it's
The only place you want to be.
really, so,
Without a doubt.
yeah, it's been on ESPN. I understand that it has been before, but they took it off and everything else. And it was a bad time too because of COVID and stuff. So it was the worst time
Yeah.
it happened at the worst time. So I know it was on ESPN.
It was a while ago too, so it's time for
Right.
us to get back onto ESPN. I
Right.
think that there's other sports that are on it that I think arm wrestling should have their spots a lot more fervently, and I think that
It
the
deserves
one
to
the re-
have its own baseball, football channel just like that.
here's the thing with arm wrestling, and this is the reason why I love the sport, and I'm very proud of being a member of this sport in this community. It is the only sport that can lay this one singular claim. Every man or woman at some point in their life has participated in it in some fashion, whether it be settling a dispute with a coworker or brother and sister or brother and brother sibling rivalry
Or you
or
being
best
at
friends.
school and
Yes, you're being at school or you're showing off,
Sitting
showing off a girl,
lunch table.
father, son, uncle, nephew. It doesn't matter. Every single person has participated in the sport. And I will speak to that real quick because I was at Dunkin' Donuts the other day, and I kid you not, I was wearing an arm wrestling shirt, but these kids didn't take notice to me at all. Like they weren't paying attention to me. They turned around they were talking to each other and talking to this little kid. This kid was like maybe 8 years old. They were probably like a bunch of preteens, and they were like, "Oh, let's see how strong you are." And they started arm wrestling with him right in the middle of Dunkin' Donuts, and I'm sitting there giggling like a little schoolgirl, like, "What? Like this is awesome to witness! Like this is what I'm talking about. This is a sport that everybody participates in, and so
It was like the
there's a
kids last
professional
night.
level of it." Sorry.
It was like the kids last night, Dan. They said, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
my father whips my ass." Well, that's what we want. We trying to get more people seeing it and getting involved.
Yeah, it's just what it is, man. That's what you have to get more people that aren't into wrestling, not just pullers, but people that don't pull, people that don't know that this is an actual sport and people do this, for a living. Like
Yeah.
this is what people do. And a lot of people that I talk to, they're like, "You arm wrestle?" They look at my shirt and I'm like, "Yeah." They're like arm wrestle, arm wrestle. I'm like, yeah. They're like professional. I'm like, no, nowhere near
Why?
professional.
Because I'm not 250 pounds and this big monster burly dude. No, yeah.
No, you know what I mean? Like I had a couple of people, ask me, they're like, can we Dan wanted to see something, and I don't want to hurt him, so I'm just gonna hold him, let him
Yeah.
back my hand back or whatever, and hold him, a little bit, just hold him there, and I don't want to put anything in else because they don't even know what it is really to arm wrestle. Like I don't even when I after pull, I don't even after pull like I'm at a fucking tournament. When I'm at a tournament, you've seen when I'm at a tournament, Dan. I fucking blast through your fucking hand comparison to where I'm not even nowhere near at after pulling and kind of like I don't even pull after pull like that. I'm a fucking presser. So when I'm sitting there, I'm fucking blasting through your different. I don't pull like that. It's different to me. So, but the fact that I'm sitting there and then there's a 250-pound guy trying to do something, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just give him a little bit so he knows what's going on.
Yeah.
I just top roll a little bit. They're like, what the fuck was that? I'm like, it's not.
I know. I'm all about that, man.
Yeah. So that's
I'm
the
all
difference,
about that.
man. That's really
Yeah, once big guys or people that are athletic and they realize that they can use their body, like my buddy Anthony and my buddy Breon, they actually said, "Oh, I can actually do that. I can actually use the table." Yeah, it's a whole different ball game.
Whole different ball game when you can access different levers.
Your setup is everything too. You know what I mean? So when you're in there and you're setting up and everything else like that, like I am so different to what I used to pull. Like my pull is like I'm all the way close. I'm smacked up against the table, my leg wrapped up against the right hand side, me posting up on one side to blast through your hand. Like it's so different. So when I after pull or actually pull somebody, it's like I haven't even seen you at a tournament. Just wait till you see me. You know what I mean? So it's different. It's so fucking
Yeah.
So real quick, I just wanted to shout out Michael Nance and Lucky. Lucky had a super match actually at this weekend's event. I forgot to mention that earlier, and she won 3-0. So congrats to Lucky. Yeah, she did.
Congratulations! Shout out to Lucky.
She did a great job. Shout out to Mike Nancy. He was his first time being on the as well.
Excuse me.
Don't die on me now, Dan.
Yeah.
Not live. Wait till we're not live. Then you can die and die all you want. But so yeah, Michael Nance is at 154 for the first time. Congrats for making that weight, and I know you put your heart and soul into it, and I look forward to seeing what you do with that weight. You look great. It was great seeing you as well. I can't wait to see it the next one.
Where's Michael Nance from? How far is he?
I want to say they're in Virginia.
Oh, okay.
He's not far from where Lucky is. Where is Lucky? Lucky's in Virginia too, right?
I think so.
Sorry, Mike. I don't remember where everybody's from. I meet a lot of people. I'm not that level of stalker where I can know where everyone I meet from. I don't even know where even Dan lives, or barely know where Steve lives. Even though I've been to Steve's house a few times.
Yeah.
He's upstate New York. That's all you have to say with Steve. Steve's from upstate
New York.
He lives in a mountain.
That's all I say.
He lives next to a creek.
Where New York?
That's all I know.
From upstate New York, man.
He's literally up Schitt's Creek.
Alabama.
Oh, he's Alabama. Really, Alabama?
I didn't know.
I thought you were over in. I thought you were living in Virginia. I was way off of that one.
Yeah.
Alabama Slammer.
Yeah, that's fucking far.
That is a far hike. Damn.
Well, Alabama to Tennessee is probably not that bad of a ride.
No.
If you think of it, it's probably the same as from here.
There's probably less, if anything.
Yeah.
So, all right. We went through the contender. We did a recap of last weekend. We kick it off this weekend, but we didn't go actually what we're ending the weekend with. I gotta say, we're a little crazy, Dan, for doing this, but crazy is, crazy does. No rest for the wicked. We're gonna have a little bit of our own holiday party. We are gonna have it at our new gym that Dan has procured for us. So, Dan, go ahead, tell us a little bit about this.
Oh, well, this is a crazy idea of ours. And we said, since King of the Table's happening, and anybody that made it a weekend that wants to come down and see where we've been practicing and where future events are going to be held, that was kind of the idea. And with Christmas and everything giving, we're going to have some food, some fun times, and some arm wrestling at the Pro Game Fitness, a Clean Cut Fitness at the Pit. And that's in Bayshore, 41 Saxon Avenue, right by the train station if anybody wants. It's going to happen at 3 o'clock. And from 3 o'clock on, come on down and let's talk some arm wrestling, talk some what happened on Saturday, because we're going to have a whole slew of events that went on Friday and Saturday that we can actually all talk about and have a good time and imitate if people want to imitate, because we got some of those guys that, want to imitate other guys when they win, like you said, the pressers and all of that stuff. So, we're going to have to wait and see, but come on down. I would love Steve to come, but I know he's like a little bit of a trip, so it's up to him. But anybody who's anybody can come hang out and get your arm on the table. And you get to hang out with me and Dan, that's for sure.
Oh, great.
Don't sound so enthused, Steve. Don't sound so enthused. Jeez, wow.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Hang
out with fucking Dan. Fucking
You forgot to slip in the money, man. You forgot to slip in the money. You got to get a little more enthusiastic with that one. Jeez.
Yeah, it's all right. I got a guy.
So, a bunch of New Yorkers talking about having a party. Here's the one thing I will say. We are going to have raffles as well. We're going to do a 50-50 to try to help bring a little bit more awareness. But also, if you happen to have toys that you want to donate to Toys for Tots, we are going to be – they do have a collection at the gym that we're at. So, we're all about the community and building up the community. It's one of the biggest things that's the most important to me. So once I saw this opportunity, I was like, hey, I need to, put a little bit more light on it because – we want to see it grow. We want to see. let everyone know that arm wrestling is not just a barroom sport. It is much more than that, and it's becoming much, much more than that. And we have the ability to do so with
more than that. It is much more than that.
It is. You're right. It is much more, but now it's becoming even that much more, which
It's
is
a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle, exactly. And for those of you who want to follow Clean Cut Fitness, this is their social media. The guy who runs Clean Cut Fitness.
Yeah. Anthony will change people's lives. I'm one of them. About 10 years ago, he changed my life. I know he doesn't like compliments, but I'm going to give it to him anyway. He's a very, very, very well educated on the human body, on dieting, on nutrition, and he pushes. So anybody that anybody has kids, anybody, he's your man. He's taking on arm wrestling now, which is very funny to see because he's a big pretty boy who actually is a very strong pretty boy. So it's nice to see him getting involved, and he also has powerlifting experience, and he throws an event. So anybody who's interested in anything, Anthony's the man. Come down Sunday. You can ask questions, pick any of our brains, and we're all here just to have a good time and move weight and bend arms. That's really what it comes down to.
Absolutely. And I know, just to give you guys, I heard that me mentioning that we're going to have pulled pork is a really big selling point. So I'm going to be making, before I was a massage therapist, I actually was a professional cook, and I thoroughly enjoy making pulled pork. It's a fairly easy one to make, but I will say I got the inspiration from Steve Fernandez's better half.
I might come now.
See, hook, line, sinker.
All right, I got your envelope too. Don't worry about it.
As long as Dan's got my envelope.
Listen, we don't have to get this guy choose. Leave the switch.
I gotta take him out.
Oh, too good.
Bunch of knuckleheads. Ugh.
I love it. I'm excited for this weekend. It's an action-packed, great way to end the year. To start, lay the groundwork for next year. 2025 is going to be a new year.
And with that said, Steve, your event is going to be kicking off a lot of people's 2025. Just so you're aware.
Yeah, I know. Everybody's been telling me Battle of the Tri-State 2 is in February 8th. We had a phenomenal turnout last year. This year is going to be 3 times bigger the place. It's going to be at where we held the Arnold's this year. If you guys were there for the Arnold's, same thing. It's going to be at the same place at the Hilton. It's going to be in
It's right by the airport, right?
By the airport, yep. So if anybody's looking to go, it's going to be free food, free drinks, iced tea, water, soda, and all types of different foods there. It'll be chicken, pasta, salad, everything, the whole nine. Free food, free drinks. There's going to be...
And Steve will be there. And Steve's going to be there.
Yeah, and I'm going to be there. Come on. Either way. But everybody that knows, when I, put something together, I put everything into it. The awards are going to be fucking top notch. Just wait till what the awards look like. And on top of that, there's going to be 10 super matches. The super matches are literally probably going to be the first best super matches, and they're probably going to end up being the best super matches of the year. You know what I mean? For our standpoint of our level of tournaments. Reason being, because every single one of these matches are either they're fighting for the next, number. So they're going 15 up against 16, number 1 up against number 2, ranked on airs, so, and also they'll be fighting for their spot to be going to Florida. And, Dan, you're on the team, City Slickers from New York Tristate Armwrestling, and we'll be going in the end of April or May. And, Aiden LeMay is going up against Flip. I could say that much because Aiden just so this is going to be a ridiculous match. Left hand to see whoever wins, they win their trip to go into Florida. And there's other matches too that are going to be there. The other match is going to be Jason Ciardi versus Wade Roberts. We'll see what happens with them. It's going to be one of the best matches of the year. Everybody's been dying to see the super match out of them. And so we're going to see really what happens. And I actually can say this other one too, which is going to be Zach Lee and Sam Mitchell. Sam Mitchell will be fighting for his spot.
Nice.
To see what happens with them. It's going to be an absolute phenomenal match too. All those just three, those 3 matches right there are going to be under. It's going to be
Phenomenal.
bar burners, every single one of them. If you guys ever seen any of them fucking pull
Absolutely, man.
You know,
I'm looking
so-
And
forward to all those matches.
we know one more super heavyweight match, but we'll keep that if you want to say it. But he is a
Well, that's
training
the only
partner
ones
of
I wanted
ours.
to say so far. What everybody kind of, I mean, that's the only ones I want to say. I mean, and then we're gonna put a couple of matches together. There's gonna be 10 altogether. I'm just waiting for one more pretty much pick so we can put this together. And if we can put this together with the 10th match, then it'll be probably the best 10 super matches to start the year and to end the year, because they're going to be fighting for everything. They're going to be either fighting for their spot, they're going to be fighting for going to Florida, they're going to be fighting for, and every single one of these pullers are top-notch pullers at their weight class. So it's just going to be great. I mean, fireworks, bar burners every single way, step of the way.
Banger after banger after banger.
Yeah, and then in a tournament to follow, which the tournament's going to be ridiculous too, at a beautiful place. So
I'm coming for my 240. I'm coming for my 240 crown.
I'm telling you right now, your hands are going to be full at 240.
Oh, come on, man.
Only
makes me want to drive.
Last year, 240, there was, I want to say, we had 10 in each class, 10 left, 10 right. So, and then super heavy, like 240, 243. In pros, oh my God, bro. It was.
He's not going to go to pros yet. We're going to
No.
be amateurs.
I'm saying in pros, we had Steve Walker, Paul Cruz, Wayne Withers.
You had all the boys there.
I mean,
yeah.
Oh my God, dude, we had stacked. I mean, Nick Stone was there.
Utterly
It was stacked.
Oh, before we forget, I do want to say we have one more event coming in this year. I almost forgot. The Mac 2 is coming up at the end of the month. I think it's December 21st or 2nd. Go ahead onto their Facebook page. 21st, yeah. Check it out. It's going to be up in Canada. They always put on a great show. The link will take you to all their
Ian Carnegie.
where it's going to be pay-per-viewed. Ian Carnegie, JJ Jackson.
Yep.
Much love to you guys. I hope to see you guys this weekend.
And I'm going to leak out one more thing too. It's going to be I'm not going to say it actually. I'll wait.
Oh man, teaser status. Damn, bro.
I'm gonna have to hang him by his ankles to get that one over the weekend, I guess.
We'll see.
I'm gonna pick you up and hold you by your ankles, Steve.
The Battle of Tristate 2 is probably going to be one of the best tournaments of the year that we're going to have there. So it's going to be we're going to have raffles there. The awards are going to be phenomenal. They're going to be nice and fucking big. If you guys were at the last ones, I design and do everything with my awards, and then I put them out there, and they get everything back to me after they're done, putting everything together. But in general, like, the tables were great. These awards are going to be so fucking sick, man. I can't fucking wait.
I can't wait.
It's gonna be. I can't wait.
For 2025, another highlight I just want to share real quick about what's going to be happening at the gym. Stay tuned to the Clean Cut Fitness pages as well as mine and Dan's, because by the beginning of next year, you're going to see some really wicked arm wrestling equipment. That is going to be
sir,
the first of its kind being released at all. And we're going to be the ones to have it. And I've seen, some videos leakage of it, of what it is. And we're excited because I know, as I said, I'm starting to incorporate more lifts, and this is just going to complement everything that I'm doing with it. So 2025, I'd say give me 2-3 months on these things, and I'm going to be rocking and rolling. I'm looking
2025, year of the arm.
Yeah.
Year of the arm. Love it.
So,
all right, boys. I appreciate your time. I appreciate everyone who tuned in tonight. I know it's an early night. The reason why we're ending early, just to give everyone a shout out with it. Tomorrow, I celebrate a year clean, and I am being honored tonight to ask to speak at in front of a couple of my peers, and I'm touched. I'm honored.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah, that's an honor to do that. So I'm glad for you. Excuse me.
A big shout out to Chris Locko, because he's been one of the most resounding beacons of hope and inspiration for this journey that I'm on right now.
Nice.
He was one of my guiding lights So much love to you, Chris Lacko. I will be seeing you this weekend. I'm looking forward to that and hanging out and expressing my gratitude in person by ripping your arm off at the table. Much love to everybody watching. Peace out, everybody.
All right, thank you, Steve. I'll see you over the weekend, Dan. I'll talk to you.